got 3 bucks on my camera that I would love to put a tag on.
If I miss this deer at 20 yards with a crossbow, you guys can hang me. And the arrow went right under him. Alright guys, it's October 23rd here in Ohio. I haven't hunted since last Saturday, the day I missed Shorty. But he's back. He came back on camera Friday night, just in the last minutes of daylight. And then last night he was there around midnight. So I know he's back in the area. I know he's not too phased if he's showing up in daylight. So hopefully he has no idea it was me, has no idea I shot at him, but still gonna lay low. Next weekend is supposed to be a pretty good weekend. Hopefully the weather cooperates, but it's gonna be red moon. The rut should be firing up. Bucks are starting to fight. So yeah, hopefully we can make it happen next weekend, but still recovering from the miss. But yeah, it's good to see him back on his feet. It's good to know that it was a clean miss. He's alive. He's still back in the area. So yeah, we'll keep getting after him, and the story of Shorty continues. All right, guys, we're on our way over to the property. It's November 8th, and the rut is in full swing. There's deer cruising all over my cameras. Everywhere I drive, you see deer out in the fields running around. There's bucks on the move, so I'm excited. I haven't hunted since end of October. The wife and I, we had a baby just 4 days ago, so he's doing good, wife's doing good, and I decided to hit the cold front today and see what happens. Last night, or 2 nights ago, Diesel finally showed up again. It's a nice 11 point that I had on camera in early September. He's actually the first shooter I had this year, and he finally showed back up. 2 nights ago, he was cruising. Last night I had him running around again, and then Lefty showed up last night. Both of them were running past the camera, grunting like crazy, so they're chasing. And Lefty was actually there this morning too, so I'm excited. I know those two are on the move. Those are my number 2 and number 3 hit listers. A little disappointed Shorty has not showed up since October 25th, so I don't know if he's locked down with a doe on another property, if he got shot, hit by a car, I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed he's not showing up anymore, but I'm definitely excited and would love to put a tag on Diesel or Lefty, so we'll see what happens. I actually had another buck show up 2 nights ago, never seen before. Craziest looking deer I've ever seen. Right side is a typical 8 point. Left side is just, I don't know how to describe it. Probably 12, 13 inch. I don't know if it's a brow tine or a G2, what it is, but it's 12 or 13 inches high. Splits at the top, and then the bottom curls around like almost like an upside down candy cane. That's the only way I know how to describe it. So, and then he's got other points sticking off the side of that. I really don't know what exactly he is. I know he's big, he's mature, and definitely a buck I would shoot. But he's only shown up. He showed up twice in the same night. But we'll see if he comes through. I'll do my best to put a tag on him. But yeah, either way, I'm excited. I know I've got 2, if not 3 shooters in the area. So yeah, I'm excited, and we'll see what happens tonight. It is November 18th here in Ohio. So Shorty has been showing up again in daylight. He showed up Monday morning twice, about an hour apart. And then yesterday, he showed up at like 3 o'clock at one stand and about 4 o'clock at the other one. So I know he's in the area, I know he's daylighting. He looks like he's pretty run down from the rut, so hoping the corn pile brings him out again tonight and we can get a shot at him. So stay tuned and see what happens.
So the night was kind of dead. I mean, I had one small buck. It's a buck we call a blade buck. He's broken off 2-year-old. But I had him on my corn pile for a bit, and I had been sitting for a solid 5 hours, and I had had about enough. So I got up, packed my stuff, dropped my bow to the ground, and I stand up and turn around, and there's like 8 does out in the field. So I decided, you know what, I should just stay, just in case. I didn't want to scare them off. Sure enough, after 5 to 10 minutes of just standing and watching them, I take a peek over my shoulder, and there's a buck on my corn pile. And my immediate reaction was that Shorty. So I sat down quick, got my bow back up. He had no clue. Put an arrow in it, got it ready to shoot, and by that time he's walking away and he's through the brush. He got to about 70 yards and he hit my scrape, and I grunted at him, I bleated at him, I threw the whole book at him, and he had no reaction whatsoever. So I snort-wheezed and he swung his head around, and I could not believe how big his rack looked. At this point I had 5 minutes to shoot, and he seemed interested. You know, he took a couple steps towards me. He was looking around, seeing if he could see a buck, and he finally turned and walked away. So because I had packed everything up, I didn't have my camera out, and it was basically too dark to film anyway. So the whole time I'm watching this buck, I'm thinking, you know, I have my eyes on Shorty for a second time. But later when I checked my trail camera, I realized it was Diesel. So I had now had a chance at my number 1 and number 2 buck, and still hadn't gotten a buck on the ground.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law, hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Alright guys, it's the day after Thanksgiving here in Ohio. November 25th. We got a nice cold front came in this morning. It dropped like 5 to 10 degrees, so hopefully there are deer on their feet tonight. I mentioned last time I came out here that I had an encounter with Shorty. Well, I went home that night and checked the trail camera, and I was wrong. It was Diesel. It was dark enough that I couldn't tell exactly which buck it was, but I knew he was big, and my first thought was just Shorty. But yeah, after looking at that trail camera video, it was obviously Diesel. So I've now had an encounter with my number 1 and my number 2 buck, and I'm yet to get it done. So just been a long season so far, just hoping that we can get something done this weekend. If not, gun season starts Monday morning, so we'll be out here with the old 450. So hopefully we can get some deer on the ground that week. Stay tuned and we'll see what happens.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They say no to sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me. When the sunrise, when the sun.
So the last hour of daylight for this hunt was kind of crazy. I mean, within 5 minutes I was surrounded in deer. I had deer in the field behind me, I had deer beside me. I watched the blade buck come through, chasing a couple does, which surprised me as late as it was. A couple days before gun season, I had a buck chasing does still. So I watched him chase them across the creek, and then I turned to my left, and I see a handful of does come over onto the corn pile. And I turned the camera onto them, start rolling, and I look behind them, and sure enough, here comes Lefty.
Drilled. I'm pretty sure I just killed Lefty. Yes. Yes, are you kidding me? Oh, dude. Dude, I just shot Lefty. Yes, let's go. He's down. Literally didn't go 40 yards. Smoked. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's over. 2022 is over. Over. Yes. I mean, Shorty's an awesome deer, Diesel's an awesome deer, and I had a chance at both, but he might be smaller, a little younger, but this is a mature deer. Gladly put a tag on him any day of the week. 135-inch 9-point junk. Yes. Oh, thank you, Lord. Man, I had does, I had nothing all day long. Nothing. Or all evening. All of a sudden, I got deer everywhere. I mean, I had does everywhere. I had the blade buck. He's a little broke off 2-year-old. I had him all over me, chasing does. And then I turned and I looked and I saw these does come walking in. And they stood there for a little bit and I saw a rack behind them. And Lefty comes walking in. I said immediately, that's Lefty, that's Lefty. And he comes walking in. He's still on my corn pile, facing at me for probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It felt like the longest 2 minutes of my life. Oh! And then he turned. I don't know what he was looking at, but he turned and looked back. And I smoked him. He's dead right there. Smoked. Absolutely drilled. Thank you, God. The wife is bringing my son and up to her uncle's, whose property I hunt on. So I'm not telling them. I am not telling them. They're gonna hit a surprise of their life. Because I normally can't kill big deer, but tonight I did. Holy cow. Yes, let's go. I got a text from Logan. He's watching the trail camera. He said, you better call me right now. He gone. He gone. I see him dead. I see him. He didn't go 50 yards. He's bigger than I thought. I'll surprise them with him, and then after we eat and stuff, I'll bring him home. Let you guys see him. I'll skin him and stuff at Dad's. Yeah, so I'll show him to you guys. I want you to see him tonight. But alrighty, man. Yes, sir. Dead deer. Hey, Dad. Dead deer. Dead deer. No, big old buck. Not him, but I got Lefty. Yeah, I smoked him. I can see him dead. He went maybe 40, 50 yards. Oh yeah, it's all on video. Well, it's on the camera, so I will when I get a chance. But I drilled him. He mule kicked and everything. Alrighty, catch you later. Alright guys, so Lefty is dead. We're gonna go make the recovery And there's a possibility we might have 2 bucks on the ground tonight. So stay tuned and see what happens here. Careful, Tristan. You know, we got blood all over these rocks. He's spraying out both sides. Coon task.
I got it. That's right there.
See it?
Mm-hmm. Right there, here's some rock.
I never seen it there.
That's a dead deer.
That's a big deer.
We're positive he's dead. Holy crap, Raber. That's a big one. That's a big deer. Holy crap. Poke him. Let's go. Holy crap. Oh, dude.
Oh my god. Dude. You gotta be kidding. Dude. He's a stud. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to say monster. That's a big deer.
He's a freaking good deer.
One, two.
Look at that brow tine. It is crazy.
Count him out.
Oh, he's 10. 4, 5. I mean, unless this is just 1 point, but it's goofy. Mainframe 9. Unbelievable, dude. Oh my word, he's thick. He's a lot thicker than I thought he was.
He's got some mass.
That's the exit wound.
Dude, he's a good body. He's a big body.
Alright guys, heading home now. Pretty long night. 2 nice bucks to drag out, and yeah, we had a lot of fun tonight. Had Lefty come in at about 30 yards and cracked him, and had my brother-in-law shoot his nicest buck to date at about 15 yards within 200 yards from my stand. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. Can't thank God enough for the opportunity tonight. So yeah, I just want to say my thanks to him and everybody else that's been supporting me throughout this whole year. It's been a lot of ups and downs, mostly downs this year, but I was able to lay eyes on all 3 of my hit list bucks. I missed my number 1, I blew my chance at my number 2, and I absolutely smoked my number 3. So it's, you know, it's part of it. I'm completely satisfied with what happened tonight, what happened this year. No complaints whatsoever. Missing Shorty is just another page in the book. So hopefully next year we can keep adding to that story. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get him skinned up and deboned tomorrow. So join us for that. We'll see you later.